All right, it's about time to see if we can fix this real quick, because I got some stuff in the mail that I think will get that done. So we're going to talk about that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. That's Buddy the dog, who was rolling around in the grass for some reason. Sure. Yep. Anyway, last we left the 4180, we were having trouble with sending units for the transmission lube pressure. And we finally got it down to where it was the back one was causing our issue. And as we previously determined, according to the parts book on the 4180, there were two different versions of sending unit. And so you ask yourself why? Well, I had never fully considered that myself. However, I do know that the front half of the tractor doesn't use the traditional lube pump. It uses like it's a pump on the back of that 2-speed gearbox. So, sending unit for the front, I think, was $146, and sending unit for the back was $64. And so you're looking at well over $200 by the time you get it here. And for $100, I found a new old stock kit that has the back one and the front one and all the wiring and light, because this is the kit like we used on that other tractor to add the transmission lube package to it, or the warning system to it, if you didn't have it to start with. Now, this also gave me another idea after I ordered it, and then in one of the previous videos, somebody else commented with the same thing I was thinking. And that thing I was thinking was, what if we put another light in it, and we had one light for the front half and one for the back half? This will be very easy to do with almost no modification, because the two wires come in behind the dash and then they join to one and then go to the light. So all I got to do is separate one and then hook it up to a second light. And yeah, it comes with everything you need. Like, here's the little pigtail that we need to run over to the gauge and, you know, clip it to our light. And spoiler alert, I bought several of these kits so that I had extras. So I might put a second light in the other tractor too. Another thing that I found interesting enough is that this one finally gave me some answers that I was wanting to know, because like other people said, you see these style sending units on everything, so you could probably find them somewhere else for cheaper. But I didn't know what the pressure was exactly until now. These are the old style, but still the same type of thing, made by Hobbs. So this one's for the back, and it is 0.6 psi. Very, very low, less than 1 psi. And the front one here is 4 psi. So that's pretty handy too. See, it has a 4 stamped on it. So now we know why or what it is and everything. And I actually found another one of these on eBay, so I bought it. So I got this extra too. So I got some extra sending units should this problem arise again. And as we look at the assembly instructions that came with this kit, you got to go back here to the 4180 section, and it actually tells us install pressure lubrication switch stamp 0.6 in the back one, and then install the where it's on the back page, it says install pressure lubrication switch stamp 4 into the T on the front half. So yeah, so I think what we're going to do first, so that we can just test it as it is, I'm going to put this one in the front to replace the one I have in the front, because I've got the wrong one in the front and it doesn't let the light act correctly it doesn't want to come on again for a long time, because 0.6 psi, it'll take it forever to bleed off that much pressure. So we're going to put it in the front, and then we're going to test the light theory by pushing the clutch and seeing the light up again and all that. And then we'll put the back one in and we'll watch it work correctly. And then our final thing is going to be to put a second light in and make all of our dreams come true. And I might actually raid another kit and get this nice little pigtail here to go to the gauge and replace, because I think I got a homemade one on that light. And if I got them, might as well use them. So let's start with this, and then we'll go from there. I don't know what the temperature is today, but it's very tolerable. I like it much. So yeah, I've had the battery charger on this for several days, so I hope that it will spring to life when we get to that point. It is kind of cold in the shade though. But whatever. I bet you that this project is going to be a little more difficult. Not just because of the Canada gooses in the background there. Well, for one, that's not that size, so I need to go get the other wrench, which is in the cab. But number two, I'm worried about, is this going to be too close to... Maybe not. I just don't want it rubbing the transmission housing, because I'm afraid that'll add extra vibration that will make her fail. Let's see, it would help if I would turn it the right way. Technically this sitting unit we just took out is good. It's just not for this half. So we'll save it for a spare. And we'll probably just regret our life choices here, because we're having trouble getting it started. I can't seem to get myself. Come on, baby doll. There. There's just no room working on stuff, you know? And we're going to be in the situation where I'm not going to be able to get the screw there. Just barely. Is this screwdriver magnetic? He says as he drops it. All right, walk away. Walk away while we're still doing the right thing. Now, if all's right with the world, the light should work the right way. Because remember, it's only hooked up to, right now, to the front half. So, lights on. Let's get you where you can watch. If I start it, it should go out. Now if I push on the clutch, it should come on. And it does. So it is working correctly. Yay. She's angry when she's cold. let it sit and warm up before we mess with the back. I don't like starting something and then shutting it right off. But I'm gonna go try to find my drill bit. I don't remember what size it was, but I remember I bought a brand new one to do the last tractor. So I need to go get that. Somewhere or another it should tell us what size to drill. 11/16 inch hole. So I'll go find that bit. All right, I know it's gonna be a shocker, but I couldn't find the new drill bit. So I got one I think will work. I actually think last time when I put it in that other tractor, it came out where it was a little looser than I'd like. So if I use this one, which is slightly smaller, maybe it will play nice. If I put you right there, maybe you can see. But guess what? We gotta take the hood off again to do this idea like I've got. It's okay though. I think when we're done, we're gonna have us something really great. I mean, it wouldn't be fun if we didn't have to do it twice, you know. Part of the reason I'm doing this now, instead of going ahead and putting the back sending unit in, is because right now I'll be able to tell which one's the front half, because I've only got one hooked up. So whichever one makes the light work is the front half, and I want to put that one as the top one, and then I'll put this other one directly below it, and that'll be the back half light. I'm also going to put in the new one. I've got two new ones, so I'm going to use both nice ones, because this one's kind of almost looks cracked. But then also it'll have two brand new bulbs, so in theory they won't burn out for a long time. Oh yes, I remember now how there's all right. I'm just double checking to see. I'm just trying to make sure there was nothing behind where I want to go. I also think that it was easier if I use a pilot hole. So I brought a little drill bit for that. I think. Let's go a little bit lower. Oh, slippage. Come on, drill bit. Now, I can't imagine that it's because the drill is wore out. Sure. Pilot hole. Now, we will put the large and in charge drill bit in. Let's see what befalls us here. Oh, great. There. I was gonna say. I knew I could do it on the other one. Oh, this bit is dull. It's gonna take a long time. Oh, balls. Now what? Well, that bit ain't gonna do it for us, friends. I could try to sharpen it, but I think that's what's wrong with it now. I think it's been tried to be sharpened. Boy, I was really trying to avoid having to run to town and buy another one. Especially since I just bought that one. but it has up and left. Somebody else must have needed it more than me, because I can't find it. And I really don't want to leave this in pieces. And if I want to get it, it's a Saturday, so I got to go now. Otherwise, everything will be closed. So I guess that's what I'll do. And then I'll bring you back when I get back. All right. In an interesting turn of developments, I was able to get that hole drilled. However, now, whilst messing with the wiring, I somehow pulled, there it is. I pulled this loose off of here, and I was trying to figure out what was what. And this is actually the one from the front, because it won't light up anymore. And that's what I was thinking, because the other wire I had was a green wire. So, like, watch that light that's still in here. If I touch these together, that should light up. And it does. So, that answers our which is which problem, which I kind of already knew, but I wanted to double check. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have to, I guess I should get a 3/8 nut driver. Would probably be the easiest to get in here, maybe, because we have to tap into the hot behind the gauge. This is where it was getting its hot from. So what I'm trying to do here is make it the best that it can be. This green wire here is actually the well, what am I trying to say? The green wire is the one from the back half, because it comes out of the harness. So if it will go over to the other side, probably not. It's spade to spade. I don't like all the connectors, you know, but I don't know if that one's going to be long enough to reach what I'm trying to do. And actually, as I look at it, maybe I need to just go a different route here, because I'm not sure that this pigtail is long enough anyway. I'm going to put this new light in here and see if I can maybe, or not. There we go. Okay, so boy, it would have been nice if they would have left you some way to see, because you just can't see nothing of what you're doing. But yeah, see, here's my wire from the hot, and it may be that it's not getting its power from the right place anyway. But that's not gonna hit the mark, is it? It's too far away. Now what I could do is, well, we first need to double check. Let's double check how our old one was. Let me get it pulled out of here. Let's pull it out and see what it looked like. Yeah, it was different anyway. Oh. Dum-dum. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. I wasn't thinking right. This is the one that goes to your sitting unit, so it's ground, so that that's not hot all the time out in the open, you know. So that's right. So that'll get us where we need to go. I just had to think about it a minute. And then this one I can get hooked back up to, perhaps not. It's hard to do it one-handed when you can't see what you're doing. Is it almost in there? I don't know. There. That'll reach fine. We'll put this other new one in here. And then we will be on the road to perfection. There. Oh, that's gonna be sweet. All right, I came up with an elegant solution, providing that it works. No splicing required. On the end of the wires connector, it looked like this. The two wires came into one. So on the one behind the dash, I clipped it off and then was gonna connect another wire down to that other one. And I thought, hey, the new wiring kit comes with this. Why don't I just clip it off of that one too? And then try to pull the whole wire through the floor. And that will give me brand new wire out here to, yeah. So we're actually improving the setup as far as making it not, and also, is what I'm trying to say, making it not, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's gonna be new wire because this wire is kind of cracking and not the best. But that means I'm gonna have to very gingerly pull, and see there, it's gonna put up a fight. Come on through there. Come on through there. I don't remember actually how this is made. Oh, it worked. Sweet. I was worried that I wouldn't get this huge wad of stuff through there. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. We might tie that back or something, but I like how it's less, ouch. I like how it's less intrusive that way. There's probably miles of wire to deal with now in there left over. Yeah, there's quite a bit, but that's okay. I promise it's making sense what we're doing. Actually, probably not, but no, it didn't work like I wanted. That's too much extra wire to deal with, but I do have new wire run down there now. So I'll clip this off and put one of those nice ends on it. Then it's a continuous end of wire. And then we should be on our way. So let me grab the necessary thing and we'll try it again. All right, at this point, you might be asking yourself, why is it the way that it is? Well, obviously somebody has added the pressure lube kit to this tractor as well. In other words, it didn't come with it from the factory either. And they did pretty well the same thing that I did on that other one. They used the green wire from the back end, and it comes up here under the dash. And then on this factory harness that had two wires, they cut off one end and connected it to the green wire under the dash. And then the other end, they ran through the hole in the floor and connected it to the front sending unit. On that other one, what I did, I tapped into the green wire outside and ran it to the front sending unit as well. So they joined outside. And then, yeah. So if I do this to the other one, which I probably will eventually, I'm gonna have to actually run the wire this time to the front because I don't have the second wire inside. I did the tapping in outside because it was easier, and at the time I thought that would be cool, but we're gonna test this setup on this tractor and see how we like it, because I kind of like the idea of being able to know which one is the part that's messing up, you know? It saves you a step in the diagnosing process. I can't really do it and also let you see. That's always the eternal struggle. I'm gonna lose that lock washer if I don't watch what I'm doing. But I need to take this red one off, and then I need to connect the two of them. There's one of them. Let's get that back behind here. There's one. Where's the other one? It done fell away. I see it way back in there. I don't want to accidentally knock more wires loose and then be sorting out the next trouble, you know. You just can't see in here. You just can't see. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So let's go this way. That's not gonna work. So we gotta do it by hand. Get it started by hand. Alright, in case you weren't sure what was happening there, the nut driver's too deep where it wouldn't let me get the thing started. So now I think we're connected again. So we should have front one now. Remember, we still have to do back sending unit. So the front one lights up. Calm down, horsey. Let off the clutch, that goes out, step on the clutch. It should come back on. Nice bright red bulb now. Wonder if it will flash or if it's just an on light. It might just be an on light. Nope, it's a flasher. Yeah, that's working good. All right. Now, let's bring her home. Let's finish up by putting the new sending unit in the back, and then they should both come on, and then the bottom one will go out the whole time it's running and never come back on. The top one will come on when you step on the clutch, and then we will have this problem solved. I could put in that used one, but in the sake of happy times, let's just put in the new one. Then we got a new one in both to-dos right now. That's interesting. Flap situation. There we go. All right, final piece of our puzzle. The back sending unit. And let's see, this one was, the modern ones are 1/2 inch, is that right? And the other ones, the old originals, are 7/16 that it takes to get it loose, which is fine because, oh, look at her puke all out there. That's a good sign. That tells us that this is working. And our sending unit was the only thing that was at fault, which is good news. Good news, good news. All right, let's try that. Can we get our screwdriver into that? I like how this screwdriver is only magnetic when it wants to be. It's only magnetic when you're trying to start it, and then it won't let loose. But when you want to hold the screw, it doesn't seem to want to do that. All right, sweet. Now, if we go in there, we should have a correct working lube pressure warning system, complete with fancy updates. Turn it on and 2 lights should come on. Start it, the bottom light should go out immediately. The top one goes out when I let off the clutch. Step on the clutch, the top one comes on, goes off. I shut it off and wait a second, and then they should both come back on. And they do. See, it comes on immediately, and then it wants to start flashing, which is what they're supposed to do, because they're flasher bulbs. So that one's just programmed a little different inside its little glass head there, but they are working correctly, even though they don't flash in sync at all. But that's fine. It's working fine. The big one is the front half, because there's a lot more sadness that can happen if the front half runs out of lube pressure than the back half. So, but either way, it should be working correctly, because like I said, it immediately comes back on when you shut it off. So I think we got us a success, friends. All right, so the last step in our process then is to put this back. You watched me do that before, so there's no need to watch that again. But we finally got us something set up the right way, even modified it a little, made it better. So we should be good to go with this one, and all is well with the world. Now, if we can just get that one to start again, it just absolutely does not want to run. I don't know if it's because it's sitting on a downhill angle. It doesn't like that. I'm wondering if I need to put more diesel fuel in it, like maybe it's sucking air in the tank or something. It's putting up a struggle, friends, and it's kind of ridiculous. So I will work on that one at some point, and then whatever. But at least this one is back to safe, usable condition, and that's what we're after.
As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.